Tonight on the Night Team. 600,000 Kentuckians who rely on SNAP are going without their benefits this weekend.
Small things can be big for that one person that is going to bless. So.
We're in Charlestown, where a church spent their weekend packing boxes full of food for their neighbors.
Making sure that people who are hungry right now, people who need food, are able to get it.
And in Louisville, where local and state leaders are making sure the shelves are stocked at Dare to Care's food bank. And later,
Sheriff Kleinhertz, are you willing to answer a few questions?
the embattled Du Bois County Sheriff has been asked to step down following questionable expenses. Focus reporter Travis Breeze is finally able to ask him questions face to face. Right now on the WHAS11 Night Team. SNAP benefits for more than 42 million Americans came to a halt this weekend as the government shutdown drags into another week. A pause to SNAP now impacting 600,000 Kentuckians who rely on that food assistance. Throughout this weekend, community organizations have been stepping up to fill those gaps for their neighbors. Thanks for joining us here on the Night Team. I'm Alex Dieterer. A Charlestown church showed up tonight for their community by accepting food donations and packaging them to be given to people in need. The Night Team's Clarice Shaley was with the church as they packaged hope and love with every bag of food.
Just take a moment just to give thanks for all the people that have donated, and just that these items will be a blessing to someone.
Blessings before packaging hope.
We're going to start here with the brown bags, so you can pick whichever side you want to go to.
It feels really awesome, like to just be helping somebody else out, you know. I had dinner today, and it's just like, oh, thank you, Lord. So let me help somebody else out.
First Baptist Charlestown bags food donations to help their community.
We decided to shift and really think about how can we meet the needs of the community and be a blessing.
Lead pastor Shay Allen says they decided to collect donations at their fall festival Saturday after hearing from the mayor about the food insecurity in the city. Thousands of people across Kentuckiana are in a tough place with the government shutdown causing a pause in SNAP benefits. When Shay sees this food,
I think about just love and action, that, you know, this is going to fill the belly of someone that's hungry. This is going to help a mom that's trying to figure out how she's going to pay for groceries.
Love in action, organizing the donations.
They were working hard back there last night.
Packing up the food.
We are packing the finished product.
Okay, what do I need?
For Sheila Cole, helping her community reminds her of her kids.
Oh, I can't imagine not knowing where your next meal is coming from. I can't imagine that fear for your children.
It reminds her of them.
Yeah, and you think about it, ooh, they're not gonna like that.
In more ways than one.
Like my kids wouldn't have eaten tuna, but they would love the peanut butter. I'll throw some peanut butter in.
A busy room in the church covered in food donations that filled over 150 bags.
And just seeing so many people come together. And it happened so fast, it was really quick, and everybody was kind of doing their part. And I think that's what it takes, is everybody coming together. Small things can be big for that one person that it's going to bless.
Love came to the church.
Pray that they would have their physical needs met, Lord God.
To send packaged love to the community. Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 Night Team, on your side.
People can stop by the church office on Tuesday and Thursday from 1 to 3:30 in the afternoon to pick up a bag of food. Allen says there are still more donations coming. And as millions continue to go without their SNAP benefits and organizations work tirelessly to help feed those who are struggling, the weighing question is when benefits could be brought back. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says that SNAP benefits could return as soon as Wednesday of this week.
But you know, there's a process that has to be followed, so we got to figure out what the process is. President Trump wants to make sure that people get their food benefits.
So it could be done by Wednesday?
Could be.
Okay.
Could be.
A federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to release emergency funding for SNAP benefits. President Trump says he's instructed government attorneys to find a legal pathway while acknowledging that benefits will be delayed. Kentuckiana citizens and even government officials are stepping up to tackle hunger. Community members were able to drive through and drop off non-perishable food items today that will all go to help local families without SNAP benefits. Around 280,000 households and an estimated 230,000 Kentuckian children receive SNAP benefits to help combat food insecurity. Louisville Councilwoman Shamika Parrish-Wright said hunger has already been an issue around the city.
One of the first cars that drive through here was not looking to donate, but was looking to receive. And thankfully, thanks to electronic options, we were able to send her a Venmo and also send her a list of places she can get food from. And she was here from the 40211 zip code. That tells me that people in every one of our zip codes are food insecure and struggling with food.
Congressman Morgan McGarvey was also at the drive today at the Cardinal Stadium and said organizations across our area are stepping up to make sure people are fed.
There are places all over Louisville right now doing really amazing work. I've seen so many people step up to help their neighbors, opening their hearts, their wallets, their pantries. There's a great list of resources at Louisville government sites, state government sites that people can go to and make sure that they don't go hungry during this time.
If you weren't able to make it to the food drive at Cardinal Stadium today, you can still make a monetary donation directly to Dare to Care Food Bank to help families in need. And here at WHAS11, our tradition of helping Kentuckians and Hoosiers in need continues, and we want you to know how you can help. We have a guide on our website for you to help local food banks. You can just text Food Pantry to the number right here on your screen. That number is 502-582-7290, and then we'll send you a link with a list of food pantries across Kentuckiana. Day 33 of the government shutdown is coming to a close with no end in sight. Open enrollment for the Affordable Care Act started this weekend, but Americans may be shocked by the prices projected for 2026. Known as Obamacare to many, this program provides insurance to over 24 million low to middle income Americans and right now is at risk. Jen Sullivan explains just how much more you could be paying for health insurance.
The government shutdown is now in its second month. At the center of the battle on Capitol Hill, healthcare subsidies that make insurance more affordable for millions of Americans. Those tax breaks, though, are set to expire. Democrats want to see them extended.
Ripping healthcare away from millions of Americans is unpopular.
More than 24 million people have health insurance through the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. And roughly 92% of enrollees receive federal tax credits to help lower their monthly costs. Renewing the subsidies would cost $35 billion every year for the next 10 years. Many Republicans say they won't negotiate the subsidies question until enough Democrats approve a spending bill to reopen the government.
Get this thing open. We have shown in good faith that we will do the appropriations process.
Regardless of subsidies, the cost of health insurance through the Affordable Care Act will jump. KFF, a nonprofit focused on health policy, recently looked at monthly costs for healthcare coverage and found ACA insurers are raising premiums by roughly 26% next year. But if you take away subsidies on top of the increases, the costs will be even higher.
We're expecting that on average, premium payments are going to more than double. That's a 114% increase.
KFF says average monthly premium costs could go from $888 to as much as $1,904 in 2026.
I have people who are sitting at home in Massachusetts right now looking at their new health care premiums and trying to decide between health care and rent.
Federal tax credits are set to expire at the end of the year. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
And it's been an overwhelming open enrollment for the Affordable Care Act this week. Besides seeing inflated prices, consumers are also receiving less help with the process. In February, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid cut funding by 90% for a federal program that provides assistance to help people find coverage. The nonprofit KFF, who we just heard about, has an online Affordable Care Act tax credit calculator. And we ran those numbers to see how Kentuckians, specifically in Jefferson County, County would be affected. According to this calculator, people making the median income in Jefferson County at $39,000 a year will pay an extra $144 a month. Families of 3 with the income of $67,000, which is also the median family income, will pay an extra $407, excuse me. A family of 4 earning over $150,000 would see an increase of $472 a month in payments, and many insurers proposed an 18% increase, but other analysis say it could climb up to 26% combined with expired tax subsidies. Experts are saying not to wait to sign up, as the credits might not return during the enrollment window. If it does, then you can revisit your options. And new here on the Night Team, a nearly 30-year cold case could soon be solved after Indiana State Police detectives arrested a Tennessee man in connection to a sexual assault that happened back in 1996. 53-year-old Sammy Riley is now in custody and charged with sexual assault after advanced DNA technology connected him to a 1996 assault in Scott County, Indiana. This investigation began in September of that year when a woman reported she'd been sexually assaulted. The victim initially identified someone she thought was her attacker, but DNA analysis has since cleared them. In June of this year, a forensic scientist identified Riley, whose DNA closely matched the original suspect, as the potential offender. Riley was taken into custody on Saturday and is now being held in the Scott County Jail.